And that's the final piece.
In 2000, my father became ill and died suddenly. I went on his word that he had a legal will. What I found out after my father's death was he started a number of wills. None of them were complete, none of them were signed. So my father died without a will. I had 3 siblings and my father, so there were just the 5 of us. There was just no discussing it with him. He had control of it, and he did as he pleased with it. So after his death, I'm stuck, basically. I'm the only person that has any interest that is gainfully employed. But definitely from the year 2000, I've paid all of the upkeep and property taxes and everything since that time. At this point, I'm not sure how it's going to be resolved. I'm kind of like out there on an island by myself, and the people who should be, working with me to resolve these issues is like they're just happy because I have somewhere to stay, and that's basically it. But my advice to anyone is to be very persistent. When there is property, family property involved, that it takes persistence, and it's not say, you may get labeled, where they just want to know, what they're going to get and make, that kind of stuff. And that's not what it's all about, because when you get caught in the situation that I'm in, and really, no support from the people who are directly to benefit from the property, it makes it very difficult.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? King here, back for another video. So the video you just saw was a video bite that was titled Heir Property. I actually reacted to this video. I could put the link to that video to my reaction, as well as the title of that video. So you saw it was Miss Loretta that was talking about her experience and dealing with her family, her father's property when he passed away unexpectedly. And so she had this property to share with 3 of her siblings. And so she was the only one that was gainfully employed to take care of the property, paying taxes as well as the upkeep. Her father didn't have a will or living will. She thought that he did, but he didn't sign them. They were not finalized by the courts. Anyway, so he died without having a will. His property now became heir property. She's the only one gainfully employed to take care of the property. And the rest of her family members, her siblings, whoever, were living on that property. But she did say something profound that has resonated with me ever since I've been involved in dealing with my family, and as well as trying to resolve the legal issues dealing with heir property. So she said that for someone in her situation, someone who's dealing with her experiences, that to remain persistent, meaning that don't give up, stay with it, keep going. And so I think I've done that. Despite the ups and downs, despite the infighting with family, all the issues dealing with the heir property and family and so forth and so forth. I think I've been persistent, even when times where I wanted to quit, I wanted to give up. Members of my family, specifically my mother and some cousins, and even some of the others who are not so much family, but they're part of the heir property, have given me advice, give me guidance, give me direction, and were in my corner, giving that support to say, hey, don't let nobody move you out of your way. If it's God's will, then you're supposed to have it. If it's God's plan, you're supposed to be there. Like, if you are built for this, or you're designed for this, don't give up. Keep going. See things through. You started something, you need to finish it. I mean, I even had one cousin, by the time I didn't know it was my cousin. Never met this man before in my life until just before my grandmother passed away, just after the court order was signed, the quiet title to the property, did he come around, and I met him at one of the meetings, one of the first meetings where I called everybody to come to the meetings to explain things, how things are going. And later on, several months later or weeks later, after the first introduction we had, he told me over the phone to get into good trouble, meaning that to do things that have a purpose, to do things that have a good meaning, good intentions. If your heart's pure and your mind's pure and your intentions are good, then even if people don't understand it, that's okay. But to get into good trouble. So I just want to express that she said something very profound that has resonated with me, that has stuck with me, that has has me in a place where I understand what needs to be done and I can't give up. I can't stop it, even though it might cost me relationships with family, with my aunts, uncles, and cousins, and my elderly cousins, and whoever, even the community, might despise me, might not like me, might not love me, will hurl their insults, will be disrespectful towards me, my mother, call me out of my name, call me, use racial slurs that is known to black people that was invented to hurt black people, to put black people in their place. If you know what I'm meaning, that it's okay for a black person to use that against me because I know who I am. I know where I come from. I know what I've done in my life, and don't have to apologize. I want to bow down to people, even through our family members. It's unfortunate that a a stranger can give more respect to me, and I can return that respect to a stranger versus a family member who thinks that because they're a family that they have access to me, right? They know who I am. They know who my mother is. They know that they can be disrespectful. They willingly and wantonly be disrespectful, try to hurt me, try to tear me down, but that's okay. I'm going to keep pushing on. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep doing what things needs to be done despite what everybody thinks and feels. Regardless, they may not understand. They may not understand, as you said it, that these individuals, her siblings, whoever, they were probably just happy to have a place to stay. That's fine. I got no problem with that. But things need to be done the proper way according with rules and laws. If I have to spend my money to get it right, and so be that. I'm going to fight for my rights to property, my family's rights to property, my mother, the living heirs and descendants of Washington James and Toby Cox. But I just want to leave that with y'all, that don't quit. Whatever you got going on in your lives, you're dealing with family, you're dealing with something at work or whatever case may be persistent, move with a purpose, and don't let nobody move you out of your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Take care. Peace.